Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are y'all doing today? Alrighty. Okay, I've been gardening now for about maybe 7 or 8 years. Um, I'm not an expert gardener by any means, but I know I'm not alone in this one. Mistakes that we are making and have made in our garden. One is going to be, this is for me as well. One is forgetting to water, overwatering, um not mulching my plants, um, making my garden too big, meaning I'm growing everything under the sun. I can attest to this as far as being a first time when I first started gardening, trying to grow everything under the sun, thereby making my garden way too big, meaning it was not manageable at all, because I'm here and there trying to, look at everything. Another one is not paying attention to my plants or my fruit trees, looking for possible diseases, and things like that. Um, and when the my produce does start growing, I'm gonna call it my produce. When my plants and things start to produce fruit, not not harvesting them in a timely manner. Another one is not eating what we grow. How many of us are bad at that? Now, if I like I said, if it's too much, like my grapes and my peaches, I give them. I share with my neighbors and my family and coworkers and things like that. Another one would be pruning. Like I said, one is not paying attention to our plants and our plants and our fruit trees and things like that. Then like I say, not pruning. Like when I pruned my grapevine, I let the grapevine was all the way down to the ground. And I knew I wanted that spot where the grapevine is to be a garden where I wanted to move my actual garden. And so I had to go in first. I had to prune the grapevine because I didn't want my daddy um really whacking everything unintentionally. So it was my responsibility that to go ahead, and that was the first step. I had to prune that grapevine up to where he could come in and just weed eat no problem. Cause like I say, that was my garden, and I don't want him messing up nothing else. I just want him to till that spot for me. All right. Um, like I say, another one is um planting too early, not planting enough. Along with planting too early, we're not planting things correctly or not deep enough in the ground, like our fruit trees and things like that. We're basically just almost kind of like not digging the hole deep enough to drop it down in, therefore the roots are growing on top of the ground, and we may not be getting any produce, and it's been in the ground for over a year or so, or something like that. And then another one is, as a gardener, you got to be patient. Gardening teaches you patience. So you got to be patient with your garden, with what you're growing out there. I mean, like our fruit trees and things like that. Of course, we don't know really how old it is when we get it from the garden centers and things like that. So when you're putting it in your garden, you may not get produce the first year. You may not get anything, just like with my nectarine tree and also my pear tree. It took almost two years for me to get anything off of them. But guess what? At the same time, um, I had some visitors that took my nectarines. So I'm gonna say another one that we overlook is not protecting our crops. What I mean by that is, with the little visitors coming in and things like that, and it didn't occur to me I could have thrown a net over any of my fruit trees to protect the squirrels and everything coming in and getting them, because like I said, I didn't get a chance to taste not one nectarine off of Bernice. That's my nectarine tree. Okay. Um, Along with watering, fertilizing. Are you fertilizing your plants and your fruit trees and things like that? We could be over fertilizing, under fertilizing. Put yourself on a schedule. Yes. So, all right. Um, and like I said, we want to get out there. We want to harvest. Don't wait to go out there and harvest things. Your beans been dried out. Your tomatoes been just got infected. Well, not saying infected. Well, dropping to the ground. You end up with in blossom rot when or either cracking or splitting or something like that. Um, but yes, I have some notes here. So, um, maybe because for me, I've not been successful as far as like let's say not paying attention to when you do buy your fruit trees and things like that. Is it ideal for your grow zone? You may have to create a microclimate instead of like, because I know right here in the south our winters have been not so much as December, but like January, February. So we have our sensitive fruit trees like our oranges and our lemons and our lime trees outside. Well, we may want to consider either creating a greenhouse effect or either bringing them indoors. So, cause I've bought at least, I hate to say this, but maybe 3 or 4 calamandan oranges trees, and also about 3 lemon trees, and they started out good, but the weather was very very tricky. I'll buy a frost protecting cloth and cover them, and then it get warm. So of course, yes, it was a white frost protecting sheet, but what I would do is I'll take the sheet off, and guess what, the temperature started dropping about 3 4 o'clock and all, things like that, and I'm not home to go out there and cover them back up, and so I'm like, okay, I'll just leave it uncovered, because I always supposed to be warm tomorrow. No, you need to go out there and do your due diligence and protect your fruit trees and your crops, and things like that. So, but yeah, guys, let's see, uh, and that's gonna be all. Let's see, we're getting to harvest, overwatering. Another one, you're not having time. You're not having time to get out there and do what you need to do in the garden. I'm gonna say that. Your schedule's too busy. Like I said, delegate some of them tasks, you know, and put yourself on a schedule as far as your watering and your fertilizing. And go out there and inspect your plants and your fruit trees and things like that. Because um by not doing so, you've been lost a whole crop. um I'm gonna be for real, just like with my persimmon tree. I'm gonna have to get out there and possibly take some of the leaves off. Because I do remember seeing these, I think, bugs on them, and I blasted it with water, but it has at this point like a leaf curl pattern to it. Well, I don't mean to say pattern, but the some of the leaves are curled like, and the bugs and things probably got up in the veins of the leaves. So I'm gonna possibly have to take them off, because um I have seen it bud quite a few times, but I know persimmons don't normally come until like the fall time of the year, and I think this is probably going on year 2. It's been in the ground, and I've seen flowers just twice this year, but I haven't gotten anything. So that's why I say it pays to be patient. So I'm trying to protect her as well. She doesn't have a name. I'm just saying I'm trying to protect that plant, um, because I do want to. Y'all, a persimmon, you can't buy them in the grocery store. They taste so delicious to me. I can't. It tastes like a cross between, to me, a cucumber and an apple together. It's very crisp. Is it has a mild sweetness to it. Um, but and I also like the presence of it. To me, I'm gonna tell you, it, you know how when we give our teachers gifts and everybody think about that apple, a persimmon looks like an apple but with a fall color to it, like a golden, like a golden apple. That's what it looks like. The beauty of a persimmon is like so great. So, all right, guys, that's all I have for you all today. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. Look, remember to like, comment, subscribe down below, share this video out, and I thank y'all so much for your attention. Thank you.